Except Duddles. Everybody who played today has my respect, except Duddles.
How is Duddles allowed to play? Isn't he banned?
I think he's smurfed, so he's probably banned from all future events.
I'm actually banned from the BTSL Amateur because of the Nick's Pip clause.
You're actually banned from anything. Actually.
Yeah,
you literally cannot win prize money on BaseTradeTV until your emote expires.
I already resubbed for this one. Nah.
Mistakes were made. All right, folks, you're watching the BTSL Amateur Series, and in fact, well, we got this really cool BTSL logo. Let's put this up here. Let's dolly this up and make it look really nice because we don't often get to give love to our amateurs, and lately we've had to skip a few of these because timing just hasn't worked out. But let's crop this in just a little bit and put this here in the top right because it looks so good. All right.
So good.
Oops, that's the alert page. Let's not move that. All right. It is BTSL Amateur. Spawn here in the top left. We're in the semifinals. We've got the Tealzerg Mixu.
Wait, why am you know what?
Are you on
I'm on
camera?
Dara's. Yeah, I am. Why is he in the lobby?
We already bullied him out. We can't do it again.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
Can't
do it again.
I'm sorry to the one right hand side. The yellow zone player from Folkborg is Master Noodle.
Master Noodle.
Master Noodle.
Now this is
Why is he Scottish?
This is a ZVZ. I don't know. This is a CVZ on Europe. That's not so surprising. But going back on this, for those who don't know how this works, every single Wednesday, we're trying to commit to the rest of the year, by the way. And so far, so good. We've only missed like 1, maybe 2 throughout the year so far. But we're trying to give back. We're trying to get the amateur scene growing and building a little bit here. And it's not entirely altruistic, but the reality is we're putting $50 to the winner of each of these tournaments to go towards coaching. Now, this isn't $50 because we don't want them to cash in and go buy drugs or food or something. This is supposed to go back into StarCraft too. So people have been picking Pig and Beastie Cutie and Stefano and others to get coaching from. But if you win the amateur tournament, you get $50 in coaching to go towards the coach of your choice. We have some coaches we recommend. We have some coaches we offer towards people. But for the most part, it's your choice ultimately. And if you're somebody like Pig who charges like $70 an hour, as long as these guys are willing to pay the difference, we'll still pay the $50. So there's actually a good thing to win here. And people argue whether coaching is worth it or not. But there's a guy who, gosh, I always forget his name. I think it's Flair, maybe it was someone else. They started in like the Platinum League. They won coaching, got it from Pig. Next week had leveled up to Diamond. Played in the Diamond League tournament. Won again, leveled up, got coaching from Pig. Like, it's cool to see that it's actually helping a couple of people out. And, well, maybe none of these guys are going to be shaping up to be the next Raynor or anything like that. It's nice knowing that there's some improvement going to StarCraft 2 through it. Oh, Flair got second place is what it was. Excuse me. Pardon me, dude. But second place also gets co-op commander codes. In the past, we're changing that up though. Although that might go back to normal. We tried to host 2 tournaments today, but the gold tournament got canceled because it had 1 sign up. Which was a bit of a bummer, but then the Masters League tournament got all the sign-ups, so that's not such a bummer.
The gold tournament got 1 sign up?
Yeah, it got canceled. 2 people signed up, 1 checked in.
That poor one guy almost had an opponent.
I was gonna let the 1v1 go down just for the co-op commander code type thing, but yeah, that didn't quite play out. So we might end up having a second place prize today, even though we had reshifted and rejiggered things around. But hey, for those who are watching today, if you think, hey, I could beat these noobs, these nerds, and you want to play in the future, we have a Discord server, right? And it's not a subscriber-only Discord server. Everybody's welcome to join, and I say this because, most importantly, we have a BTSL amateur channel. Now, to be clear, guys, we have Dares, very nice guy. We like to give him shit on the stream, but he does a good job, and I absolutely respect him for it. But Dares is the admin for these tournaments. He's kind of in charge of running them, and he's also in charge of helping you guys figure out how to play if you don't know how. So there's a channel dedicated to the BTSL Amateur Tournament. Dares is an admin dedicated to you guys, and we literally pay him to help you out. So if you've ever thought, like, I want to get involved, I'm kind of a low league player, I don't really know what I'm doing, though, just ask Dares. Plain and simple. He'll hook you up. Oh, it's 3 banelings to kill a cocoon instead of 2. Feels bad, man. It's always better to just let this finish, given the opportunity.
I just want to confirm that I do also get paid in coaching. Refkin also doesn't want me to eat, so it's a tough life. I make do.
Yep. You guys see all those bits? I've just got 3 years of coaching off of Wardy. That's what it is.
Oh.
Which servers the Amateur League played? So far, it's been pretty consistently played on Europe, but if we get enough interest from North America, we could possibly change it. The problem is we've had very little interest from North America, sadly.
No. Americans, come play. Come shout at Rifkin.
The pros
Come
don't
get
even
annoyed.
play in America, dude. Are you kidding me?
That's what I mean. Someone has to play in America, right?
Yeah. We tried. The reason we do this in Europe, to time it out, by the way, as we continue to watch these link scuffles go down, is we want to give some exposure to the amateurs as well, right? Some people will be embarrassed about playing in front of thousands of people, but some people also might really enjoy the fact that they're never going to play in front of 1,000 people again. It's 50-50 sometimes, like whether people love it or hate it, but the reality is we want to give some exposure, shed some light on some of the upcoming talent in the scene. So we time it out that while we might not be able to cast the whole amateur tournament always, typically after we're done casting BTSL Europe, we're able to cast the finals and shed some light on 2 awesome all-stars from the amateur scene.
All-stars!
So really, I seriously, guys, if you are ever available 7 p.m. CEST or 10 a.m. Pacific on a Wednesday, consider playing in the BTSL Amateur Series.
Yeah. We'd love to cast you after we cast BTSL.
I love this, by the way, chat. Sorry, Rifkin. Us Americans are busy drinking beers and shooting guns. No time for StarCraft 2. Shook 'em up!
Mixu has got such a lead. In drones, in army, in +1 very soon. Well, Master Noodle's going for one big kind of counter-attack all in, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, these Bailey trades have not worked out for Master Noodle too much either. It kind of sucks. You know, this is the nature of ZVZ. It's a mirror matchup. If you fall a little behind, it's very difficult to actually get ahead again. But oh my god. Wardy, do these roaches have tunneling claws? We'll never know. Master Noodle skins look dope, but it's not enough. Mixu takes game number 1.
You know, you say this, but I've not one single time looked at roaches without burrowing tunneling claws on that skin and be like, oh yeah. Because I don't know, I just look at them like, okay, well...
No, it's sarcasm. It's absolutely taking shits on these pros who play the game full-time and can't tell what tunneling claws look like.
Okay. Tom, am I just, like, too serious today? Like,
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, in fairness, I also might be too sarcastic.
I don't know. I just feel as though maybe I haven't casted seriously on base trade in, like, the last 4 months at this point, because... We've just been rat-a-tarring. It feels like 4 months.
That might be true too.
Although I did start the day by ruining the rat-attack command, so that goes my job.
So here's why I didn't mind that so much. Someone had actually already beat you to it.
Oh, really?
Before you, yeah. So the rat-attack command got kind of trashed a while ago, but... Anyways, we're getting into game number 2 in a moment. Loser's pick. Get them to sort out what they're looking for. Also, I'm working on this right now. It's not confirmed by any means, but guys, we're looking to host a bit of a pop-up tournament here on the 11th. It's probably gonna be something small, and I don't know if I'll have a co-caster for it or not, but it'll be something small and sweet because our good buddy Maximus Black is gonna be doing a fundraiser for charity, and well, maybe I'm not directly involved with it. I figured let's see if we can get like a show match going and give that guy a bit of a host, because I'm all about supporting other StarCraft 2 content creators, and I know about half the people here are gonna love him, half the people are gonna hate him. I like him, and I want to help him out if I can. So again, nothing set in stone yet, but on the 11th this weekend, I'm gonna try and squeeze something in early before you know, WCS starts up.
Before WCS?
Hopefully. I don't know. They're starting super early, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out timing for that. That's why it's not locked in yet. That's why it's not confirmed yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's a maybe for the weekend, but I just got to give a quick apology because all of the rescheduling we've had to do, like, and I mean, like, I've done more rescheduling for these groups in the last 3 days than I've done for the entire year, which isn't fun. It's mixed up the schedule. It's left some of the fans confused about what's going on, and it's also left us with technically no content for the next 5 days. But I don't want to spend 5 days not streaming, so I'm doing what I can to scramble together last-second stuff and try to bridge that gap. So that's the base trade update, guys.
I've been trying to schedule it the playoffs of a tournament for like 3 weeks. It just doesn't happen. It's crazy.
I know those pains, my guy. I know those pains.
I actually just try to do a whole bunch of scheduling for a big tournament I want to run, but it's like actually kind of impossible because there's just so much going on. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. What I'm looking forward to, though, is, well, there's all this rescheduling and there's a headache. We got Ting Season 5 starting up, guys, and I'm actually happy to say that I've been talking to Wardy about maybe involving him with it because I've had a lot of fun with BTSL's Season 1 and 2, and while Ting is usually just myself and Zombie Grub, she's less available. I've been enjoying my time with Wardy, so we might end up having all three of us cover Ting Season 5, too, which will be announced probably within the next week or two officially.
Ting Season 5. I'm so excited. Wait, why am I the host again?
I don't know, but let's just hop into it, folks. It's Lost and Found Game 2. See you soon. Welcome back to the BTSL Amateur Series, folks. We're getting into game number 2 of the semifinals. Spawning here in the upper right, we got the Teal Zerg Mixu up 1-0 in the series.
On the left-hand side, Forge Force Gaming, it's our yellow Zerg player, Master Noodle.
Also, I am now aware that I got to swap the Matcherino commands back because we are doing BTSL once more, and this is me being super annoying asking you guys for your help again, but we do have codes available for the BTSL Season 2 tournament, kind of like we did with the amateur tournament, or excuse me, the Beast of the Hill. So command edit Matcherino code equals bases 2. So if you guys are willing to help us out, I know the prize pool looks big and awesome looking at this war chest, but we're still not at our goal to have that really awesome, very juicy cross-server finals. So if you could help us out, there's 2 awesome things you could do. One is, of course, just use the code bases2. Real simple, real easy, adds $1 to the prize pool. But if you want to go one step further and spice it up a little bit, you can actually subscribe to our YouTube channel through the link on the right side of the screen if you scroll down a little bit, and that'll add another 50 cents on top of it. So if you really want to be like, yo, I didn't just watch BTSL Season 2, I was part of BTSL Season 2. You guys can help make it happen by hitting up that Matcherino page. But Mixu, he got ahead. He got some drone kills. We saw some bad trades out of Master Noodle. But honestly, I don't feel like Master Noodle made any colossal mistakes. It's not like he went all in when he shouldn't have. It's not like he forgot to drone. He just was kind of getting a little overpowered by a player who might be better than him. That being said, ZVZ, mirror matchup, it's volatile. If they both stay on Lings, this could totally go the other way around for game 2.
Mixu is the favorite for the tournament, by the way, because this was seeded by MMR.
Okay.
And he is rank 1. So he's expected to be favored. Obviously, that doesn't mean he's necessarily going to win. I lose to people a lot lower MMR than me every day, as I showed on my stream.
Goblin won his BTSL group with Nurchio and Bly in it, so yeah, you cannot be favored and still win.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, not too surprising. I just think overall in the first game, just slightly better decision-making, slightly better mechanics, slightly better micro. Just, I feel like Master Noodle didn't make mistakes. He was just, I wouldn't even say outclassed, he was just out-edged. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. But I want to talk about the MMR difference, because Darius is bringing this up in chat, right? He's saying it's a 450 MMR difference between them. And I feel like at this level, it's not that big of a deal. I think when you start hitting like Grandmaster and you're seeing the separation of people like Cyril from the rest of the pack, MMR matters. But to give some context to this, right? I'm a shitty Diamond 1 player, and I can beat about half the Master Zerg players out there, and none of the Diamond Protosses. Like, it just depends on where you're at in the game, honestly, on this level of StarCraft 2.
Did you hear about Cyril's MMR in Korea?
No, what happened?
So, flies into Korea, plays for a couple of days, hits 7.2k MMR.
Of course.
Innovation's talking about playing against Cyril, and he's like, yeah, I think I've got a good chance against him. And someone says, well, you know he's 7.2k MMR, and Innovation's like, oh, that's him? Oh, well, I had a good run.
I love it, too, because Innovation, like, to everyone who doesn't follow him closely, is unaware of how balanced Whiny Innovation is. And I respect Innovation. He's a very good player. He's very cool, but he's very vocal about his thoughts on some of the matchups. We'll just say.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Mixu already 7 works ahead and still being the player applying pressure here. Yes, pushed away, but again, already a step ahead on drones and droning further. So as long as he holds this counter, which I kind of just get the feeling he will because he's now starting to make the units. Just feels like this is working quite well for him.
Yeah, I'm looking at this again, and I think given another matchup, maybe this looks a bit different. Mirror matchups are actually, in my opinion, way harder than anything else in the game. Your thoughts?
Mirror matchup? No, because I play Terran, right? So TVT, like, is easy because otherwise I have to play Protoss as a heck.
Well, TVT is easy if you're on the other side of it sometimes. If you come up against someone like myself who just alt tests 4s the second he realizes he's in a TVT. But,
yeah, but what? But TVT is fun because you have to deal with Storm or Banes or stuff and Leans in the main. And actually, this third base is going down, so Mixu didn't get enough units out yet.
Yeah, this is also, if these turn into Banelings, he doesn't. Oh, he does see them, but he's so focused on what's going down here, he's not attacking them. This gives them plenty of time to finish up. But if he just walks to that mineral line, I mean, he doesn't need to kill a lot of drones with the third base going down. Just kill like 3 or 4, and he's going to be in a pretty comfortable spot.
Roaches though come in, so he did know about them. He was paying enough attention. Not a single kill.
But the Roaches were running in the main, so they're not holding up in the wall. This wall not being pulled off allows the Lings to flood in, and Roaches in small amounts getting surrounded. The Zerglings actually win those fights. He hits that mineralizer, they're going to pop off at the drones. The Zerglings going to execute these low workers. The Roach is going to hold the ramp, though, and it's going to be very difficult to break this unless he backs away and gives him the opportunity. Now the Ling's going to surround him. Mixu, again, favored in the tournament. Talking about that MMR difference, but mistakes happen in amateurs. Oh, my goodness. I think Master Noodle just stole the game, Wardy.
Very nicely done, GG. We go to an ace match in our first 1v1 of the day.
I love when I say something that could totally be argued as wrong actually ends up being right. Because it validates me in the wrong way.
I'm proud of you.
But no, I really stand by my point. I think that MMR does matter in StarCraft 2, and it is something to measure skill, but it doesn't, like, it doesn't define skill, if that makes sense. It's not like a scouter, and you're like, oh my god, his MMR is 4,000! Like, it doesn't really matter, because someone weaker than him could still beat him.
Alright, map number 3. Coming up, we don't know what it is, waiting for the admin to host it.
Yeah, the other semifinals is playing out, but we're not going to be casting both of these guys. They should be playing out as we speak, and ideally the way this will work is this will finish up Game 3 and we'll go to the Grand Finals right afterwards. But a small break before then, so we'll see you all in 2 minutes. Thank you for watching.
I'm here, I'm your statue. Your heart is a magnet, I'm coming at you. Girl, you're my target, I'm aiming at you. You're a comet, I'm trying to catch you. We can break any rule they ever taught you. Forget about anything they ever bought you. Cause me and you don't need a lot in this world to get by. Plus you know I got you, you pull me in. I don't resist, time seems to fly but the clock doesn't tick. I crash into you, we both feel it hit. We both feel the way that our chemicals mix. And I wish that I just keep my eyes shut. Maybe this time you'll be enough. So I need the dark. Without you here, I would never see the stars. I'm headed for you. Foot on the gas. I'm coming straight at you, no looking back.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Amateur League semifinals. This is Masters and Below, and spawning in the top left, we have the favored player of the tournament, highest MMR by far. We got Mixu.
See, now you're all about his MMR, aren't you? Bottom right-hand side. Some say he's an amateur, some say he's barely pro, but truly, he's the master of noodles.
I like it.
Thank you. Usually when I try and do intros like that, I start stumbling after the fourth word, and I just shut up. And then,
sometimes you just cook the intros too much. You really got to go ramen on them. Hey, Wardy, I have a joke for you. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I stole this off of Reddit. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
The joke is titled "A Pretty Woman Sneezes." At a hotel restaurant, a man sees an attractive woman sitting alone at the table. Suddenly, she sneezes, and a glass eye comes flying out of her socket. It hurls by the man, but he snatches it midair and hands it back to her. Oh my goodness, this is so embarrassing, she says, and she pops her eye back into place. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. Let me buy you dinner to make up for it. May I join you? The guy says, sure. The woman's a stimulating conversationalist. She's beautiful, and the man finds that they have a lot in common. He gets her phone number, and he asks her, like, you're so charming. Are you this nice to every guy you meet? And she says, no. You just happen to catch my eye.
I was just a second away from having it. As if you're rifting yourself in the chat.
Still the appropriate response, man. Wardy.
I've never subscribed to you. I Twitch Prime sub to you one time.
Yeah, but now you don't have the Rift Queen. She's the most powerful emote on Twitch.
I know. It's because I give Zombie Grub my Prime sub. I'm sorry.
Oh, you literally picked Zombie Grub over me. I wish you had not told me this information. I wish this had just been
live.
I wish this had been Rifkin. I used my Twitch Prime sub for once. Be proud of me, and I would have been great. Awesome. I'm so happy, Wardy, and we could have left it there. But no, you picked Zombie Grub over me.
No, you weren't live. If you ever streamed.
If I ever streamed.
I just love digging holes, you know?
Yeah, me too. Well, into them at least. One of your moms, but...
I don't even... You have to dig in? Is that how small it is?
Alright, getting back to the amateurs, and not about hating on Wardy. We'll do that later. That's easy. Master Noodle... You could argue got a little lucky with Mixu's not response to him. Like, a little bit slow on the Banling drop, but didn't lose anything in the main. This should have been like a much easier hold in game 2. But when you go for roaches that early, you leave yourself open to an all-in. And, you know, on the pro level, you'll see like +1 melee come down with that same attack, and it's just awfully disgusting to watch. But on this level, that was just simply, I feel, not being prepared and a little bit of a scouting problem, maybe?
Yeah. It was definitely a bit of an issue. He just was not ready at all for this, so... A little bit unfortunate as we get ourselves set up here for game number 3, though. And this time it's looking pretty regular again, because he's a little bit ahead in workers, and he's going for a few more, but this time he's got a Baneliness, and that alone, I think, is a big help compared to the last game.
It's a nice Baneling there, I guess. It happens. Happens to all of us. Layer being pushed out of Mixu pretty quickly. Now, this is another all-in by the looks of things, is Master Noodle is not continuing to make drones. This third base is just a larva factory. It's a bit of a fake. Not really for real. The downside is, this is
I guess you could call it... Oh, let me make my joke. You could call it a volcano.
A volcano?
Lava factory.
Lava, well played, but it's actually magma that comes out of a volcano, Wardy, because it comes from underground. No, I'm just being shitty. You're right. It was a good joke. I don't know why I'm trying to tear it down. I'll give you a 10 out of 10, my guy. But going back to the point I was going to make, this is not a game where it's straight to roaches. He's actually going to have to fight Lings and Banelings, and if he messes this up, no matter how good you are at the game, you can lose a match to a bad Baneling hit. We see it with pros all the time, so Mixu's got to play this right, and so does Master Noodle. It's actually going to be pretty close. Because if Mixu holds on, even on 2 bases, he's still got 10 worker lead. It's going to be, well, it's less than 10, but he's got a nice lead. But, oh, those Zerglings are backed up in the corner. Baneling straight up for Banelings. 1 Baneling still remains for Mixu, and it's Master Noodle who's got to back away. He needs to get a couple more Banelings in the mix. 9 drones die though, so that helps a lot actually, because now it's Master Noodle who's up a third base. And up workers on top of it.
Sorry, I'm memeing in chat.
Yeah, I know. I realized that as you weren't speaking after I gave you the window of opportunity to speak.
The window of opportunity fruits me perfectly, and yet here we are.
You know what the thing is, though? I can respect it. I can respect it. Because the Zombie Grub might not be memeing in chat, but she's tapping out to fight with people all the time. I'm used to it.
Actually, I like one of the rare times I've actually done it, so I'm not even that upset with myself. Mixu has the army, right? But he doesn't have the economy. And Master Noodle might be noodling his way onwards here if he is able to get what?
I don't know. You verbed that in such a way that like what? He's like waving his arms around in the air, like wacky wild inflatable arm guys just noodling around. Like.
Yeah, why not? He's just like waving his arms around. Lings are going everywhere. Banes are blowing up. He just makes the finals. Why not?
Yeah, where's the hypers? The hypers emote from Better Twitch TV is like the best representation of what I'm thinking about. But Games Retreat, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone would be interested in Beast of the Hill replays, guys. Should I post those? Are those even worth posting? Do you guys want your hands on those replays? Yes or no? Let me know in chat.
Circling all that Bane Lane gets killed.
The Roaches will be able to snipe these off. Master Noodle's actually looking to be in a better spot here, not just because of what we talked about for the early game and the economy, but he's got a counterattack going on while this happens. And that's a lot of Banelings that should be like game-winning amounts of Banelings, but the Roaches can take care of them, the Lings can hold on, but it's got to stay away from the Banelings. However, these Banelings are getting in here. Oh, gonna hit that mineral line. There's too many drones here. Pulls away. The numbers are back around.
There's 6 more Roaches on the way out as well, so with 6 more Roaches, he really should be able to hold on to this.
He killed the third. He killed the third while this went on.
Yeah, it was rebuilding because he's already killed it once this game. So this is actually really good for Master Noodle. He's kept his drones alive, most importantly, right? So he hasn't given up the eco lead that he had, and now he continues to hold that army lead too because he's just trading so much better because he's got Roaches in there.
Wardy, you're being asked an important question in chat, and there's only one right answer to it.
I agree.
You know what? That's not a bad side option. I would say it because, guys, you know what? I as much as I love to hate Wardy, the guy does work hard, and he does a lot of streaming on his own channel, and he's sacrificed a lot through double days to help out over here, especially over the last couple weeks. So honestly, if you got a Prime sub available, as much as I would love to beg for it right now, for me, for BaseTradeTV, go sub to Wardy. The guy fucking has earned it. No. For every sub Wardy gets, I'm gonna pay him $3 less. No, guys, seriously, go sub to Wardy.
I mean, it's the better of the two evils. Because if I pick you, then someone's gonna link this to Zombie Grub, and then she's gonna shit on me. If I say Zombie Grub, I'm just gonna get kicked off the cast instantly.
So to be clear, where I was going with that, by the way, was not even gonna. If you had said Rifkin, I'd been no, you idiot. Sub to BaseTradeTV because you get all the benefits here. But man, Master Noodle has slowly noodled his way to success, and GG's get called the top MMR player knocked out of the tournament, and Master Noodle, he moves on to the finals.
I'm not being funny, but we need Master Noodle to become a pro. Can you imagine his ceremonies? He's like throwing noodles at people. He's just eating ramen on stage. This guy would be the legend.
He sets a timer. Okay, so here's the thing. If I was good enough at StarCraft 2, this is what I would do. My ceremony, if I was Master Noodle, would be I'd come up on stage with one of those, like, you know, college kid stovetop, like, you know, hot plates.
Yeah.
Start cooking some ramen and say, I'm going to win this game before this is done cooking. And then just, like, super all in. That would be the most BM amazing ceremony. Although, I got to give it up to Dark. Because Dark has been killing it with, like, the picture BM. He's been like ripping people's faces in half and shit. But okay, the other series is currently underway. They are in game 2, folks, so we're not going to be able to cast it, but we are going to I guess go to commercials and then just hang out, frankly, in chat for a little bit. The beautiful thing about not having stream delays, we actually get to hang out. It's nice. So we're gonna
if he loses, he can just eat ramen and feel better.
You know what to do. And if you're playing against someone you really hate, like you got Naniwa on the other side of the stage, you get some noodles and you just start slurping it, getting it all over them. Like, you go over with the handshake, like just spit noodles out at him. Oh, it would be the worst. I'm so glad I'm not a pro player. But okay.
Oh, that'd be awful.
We're going to break, guys. We'll see you in 2 minutes. God damn. You're so dumb. We're back. Listen to this idiot chuckle. He's so proud of this copy pasta he's put in chat. But sadly,
so
no one can copy past it because it has a $25 emote in it that nobody's going to go pay for because it looks like a $5 emote that they pay him for. So fucking stupid. All right.
I just love that you actually have the same expression in that photo.
I didn't even intend it for that. It's just because like you guys were talking about Slippy on a cast, and I just like Googled Slippy. It was like the first image that came up. But okay, here's a quick screen region.
Life is too perfect.
See what we're talking about here. Wardy being dumb with this. So let's talk about the origin of this bullshit for a moment, right? So this really awful, super ugly emote was originally Nick's Pip's creation from a cooking stream I did with Lynn. If you guys didn't see that stream, then why you still... She gifted it to Wardy for some reason. I don't know why. She's like, I'm sick of making $25 a month from all the people subbing to me to make Rifkin hate them, and gave it to Wardy. So Wardy uses it as like his tier 1 sub emote. Wardy really is the trash can. And then we made this Slippy emote because Zombie Grub swears Slippy is a word. I don't think it is. I think slippery is a word though. So Slippy from Star Fox is now ace, not a word, and that's where we're at with this dumb copy pasta. I can't hear you, Riff. You can't hear me. Hello? Test? What have you done, Wardy? Hang on, guys. One sec here. What has Wardy done? How has he fucked this up? Do I have Zoom muted? No. Do I have Zoom with the right audio? One sec. I do. I don't know why he wouldn't hear me. Let's restart the call real quick, guys. Hang on. See if we can get this fixed up for Wardy here. I'm not sure what this lovable idiot's done, but he's done something. And I'm talking still because I know he can hear me. He's got the stream open. But yeah, just give me a sec here. I closed Skype, so I gotta go message him on what, BattleNet, I guess. Ugh. Let's just reopen Skype. I hate Skype so much. It is the garbage of garbage programs. Because I realize now if I put it in game or message him anywhere else and I accidentally screen region it, then someone's going to see the URL, they're going to write it down, and they're going to join our call, and I'm going to be very upset about it. I was cut off. Oh, hang on. Did something happen to the stream? Am I still cut off now? Hang on. Let me listen to this. What happened to the stream? Am I still cut off now? Hang on. Let me listen. No, I can still hear myself on stream. I don't know what's going on. Alright, well, hang on. Let me get this shit over to Wardy really quick. Get him back on. And then close Skype immediately, because fuck Skype, guys. Ugh, pardon moi. Alright, hey buddy.
Hola.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh my god, you're a robot!
You're fucking with me, right?
No. It's not as bad right now. But it was bad for a moment.
Okay, we're just gonna go with the other
solution.
I
love this microphone.
I know! Alright guys, here's the thing, right? I'm not sponsored by Corsair anymore. My opinion is still exactly the same as when I was, though. This headset mic is garbage compared to any other mic out there, but the headset itself, the sound quality, the wireless, the battery life, like, this is such a good headset. I never want to get rid of it, but it is nice that in this situation, even with this mic being as poopy as it is, you don't hear the bad mic, by the way. You on stream are still hearing the good mic. Wardy has to deal with the bad mic. It does fix and save situations like this, so hell yeah, I guess. But Darius is inviting me to something here. What is this? The lobby for the finals?
The lobby? But I don't think we have an opponent.
He might just be making the lobby for the finals then, so it's just good to go. Yeah. Alright, we're just sitting in the finals then, waiting for this to get going. But like we said, we're just kind of hanging out for a little bit. Kind of having a bit of a chill time. Gonna try and fix my screen regions here too, because Wardy rejoining messed everything up for me. Feels bad, man. But okay, there we go. Things are sorted. Hopefully it won't break again. I truly don't know what happened. Like, at all. Bacon Hero says he's got to go. Thanks for the cast. Thanks again for tuning in, Bacon Hero. See you later, man.
Bye, Bacon Hero. Don't get simmered again. What terrible use of bacon.
Simmered.
You the one that simmered him.
Simmer down, meow.
Sure, can you get some simmer down? I'll get some StarCraft on the stream.
So I'm busy struggling to figure out what content I'm putting out for this next week. You got any big things coming up? Anything worth talking about? Talking to boot?
This week?
Yeah.
I'm casting. Yeah, actually, sure, I can. You want me to just go full sellout?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to talk about stuff you got coming up, man. Like
yeah, I mean, I'm casting tomorrow again on my channel, Kung Fu Cup. I'm casting Clash League in the evening. Clash has been a lot of fun so far, so looking for that. On Friday, I'm doing a ladder stream because the war chest is unlocking. The war chest unlocks tomorrow, but I'm going to do a ladder stream on Friday with giveaways too, so come check that out. And then hopefully on Saturday, I'm kicking off the first qualifier for the BTSL Summer Championship. So
cool.
That sounds exciting. So yeah, I'm kind of basically just casting and losing on the ladder. So
which,
the usual.
Which war chest are you looking forward to? Which skin?
Is it bad if I tell you I haven't seen them?
Really? Oh, you have, dude. The Zerg one is so sick.
I've like seen that they're like mechanical Zergs and stuff. I just haven't like paid attention to exactly which ones look like what, you know.
Yeah, well,
I kind of like I like unlocking it and like looking at them as I unlock them.
I really hate Heroes of the Storm. For all this out there, I don't hate on people who enjoy Heroes of the Storm. I just don't enjoy playing it. Yeah, but the mechanical ultra stuff that they had in the game, I remember seeing it when they came out with the StarCraft maps. I'm like, damn, when are they gonna bring that to StarCraft? So it's kind of cool that it's like a year later, but it's finally happening, which is nice. But yeah, I have no hate in my heart for people who like Heroes of the Storm. There's some really cool Heroes of the Storm stuff that goes on, but I'm not a fan of playing the game. I think it's very boring. It's slow. It's too slow paced in my opinion. I don't enjoy it. But man, I really like some of the heroes from it, and then I hate what they've done to others. I'm like so butthurt about this because they've totally bastardized almost every StarCraft hero that's in that game. And then I feel paid perfect homage to the other heroes and their abilities from their games like World of Warcraft and stuff, so I don't know how to feel about it. But what's the headset called? I'm currently using the Corsair Wireless Void. The microphone I have, those comes from Rode, and the one you guys are hearing on stream is the NT1A, and it's super nice. I really like it. So, when I played Heroes, I was actually having a really good time, like leveling up my heroes, like, you know, getting to learn the characters. I thought it was fun. I then did my placement matches. That was the worst gaming experience of my life, and I've never played the game since. Incredible. I remember I was playing real early on with like there was like Gillyweed and Todd or something, and Todd was like making the game super no fun, which probably helped contribute to my disliking it. But it's like Heroes is just people like it, they like it. Great, good on you. I personally stick around with Fortnite, StarCraft, and League at the moment, kind of rotating between the three. But man, I really want to get back into WoW, but I also don't. Like this new expansion is really enticing. That's the issue, isn't it? Because WoW comes out next week, and I'm like, well, I could set up a load of streams, or I could accidentally forget to and just play WoW all week. Well, actually, a comment on that, but quick shout-outs to, so I don't know why the alerts aren't going off for this, but Noob Can't Play, thank you for the brand new Prime sub, and Narasaku Fan, thank you for the, 57 months, almost 5 years. 57! But yeah, so the thing with WoW, right, like, I used to play really hardcore, like, I was a guild leader, we were pushing content for a time, we were, like, one of the best on the server type thing. I remember, actually, there was some drama where our alt group killed Archimon before the next main guild on the server did, and people were really upset about this because we brought other people from other guilds to join our noob group because we made it a pickup group. Like, it was a money guild group, right? You could just buy items and stuff. Like, yeah. Anyways, people were furious about this. Anyways, so I've been hardcore into WoW for a while. When I was in high school, at the end of high school, all the money I was making was not from a part-time job, but like selling gold because I had so fucking much of it. Like, we'd sell Lich King runs for like 100,000 gold, and we could 8-man it, so we'd bring 2 people, so it's 200,000 gold. We split amongst 8 people. Like, it was good fucking money, man. And PvPers back in the day too, they'd make tons of money like selling raiding and illegally account sharing. I didn't get into any of that stuff, but like I did all the PvE stuff. But it took like what 6 years for me to finally quit WoW. Like when they did this Argus stuff in the most recent expansion is about when I finally like threw in the towel and stopped playing. I don't know about getting back into it. Like, I really want to. I've seen the cinematics from, like, the new scenarios, and I know all the stuff that's coming out for BFA, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I don't want to get sucked into that world again because it took up a lot of my time. The more I was playing that, the less I was making content. The less I was doing homework. Like
that's the worst thing about actually playing other games right now. It's like when you have like a job like ours where you could literally like there's always something more we could do, right? In a way, like a lot of the time, like you could always go and make another YouTube video or something, or like
a tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Or you could do this or that, and so it's always like one of those like. If you play WoW, it's like, well, it's like, do you stop playing WoW to go and do this, or do you just? I don't know. I actually played a lot last year for the last expansion, but yeah.
Well, I was pretty blessed. I managed to find a guild that was full of very talented people. We would raid 1 day a week, and I'm talking like this was like last year too, right? And we were clearing content like all the way to the end type thing, killing bosses, killing Kill Jaden, all that good shit. But it's just like, even 1 day a week is strange to consider, but a lot of commitment, because suddenly that means you can never host a tournament on Saturdays because every Saturday's raid day and stuff like that.
See, I had a really good deal where I got a late night raiding guild because I never cast at like midnight to 3 a.m. because that's NA time zones and NA tournaments. So yeah, I had a good deal. That'd be the only way I could raid, so rip.
So just a quick update for the chat since it's being asked. We are currently waiting on the other semifinals to finish. We are in the lobby for the grand finals. As soon as the other semifinals match finishes up and we have an opponent, we will get back into doing StarCraft 2 stuff, guys. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out in the meantime because, frankly, there's not much else for us to do. But man, before we get off the topic of WoW, you know, Blizzard, for their whole history, have always had really good cinematic quality on things, right? Like Diablo 1, now you go back at it, it looks like garbage. But back in the day, that was next level shit, right? That looked real to a lot of people because 3D had just barely been invented. You look at like the Warcraft cinematics from like Frozen Throne, like it's just, they've been so good, right, over time.
Yeah. For
me though, my favorite, I'm curious what yours is, of all time, my favorite World of Warcraft cinematic comes down to easily the Wrathgate. When you find outside it, it's like Sourfang's son charges in against Arthas, he kills them, then like you've got Putricide like backstabbing everybody, or not Putricide, whatever the fuck his name was, and like the Blight comes in and kills all the humans and orcs, and the dragons come in. It's just like, I always go back like once a month and rewatch the cinematic and get like the goosebumps from watching it. Do you have any moments like that, like whether it's WoW or any other game you played?
I don't know actually. I feel like I definitely do, but I couldn't name them like off the tip of my tongue. I'm just very nostalgic in general, so I can go back and watch loads of different videos.
Yeah, I love watching that stuff. Like you just let the playlist flow.
There's a video of it on YouTube of, you know, when there used to be like well, this is in the Burning Crusade, I guess. There used to be world bosses.
Yeah.
Like Big Dragon.
Dude, I was that guy who made a paladin specifically, leveled it up so I could Kazakh bomb people by bubble hearthing that bomb he would put on you to the cities. Like, I was that kind of shitlord back in the day.
Yeah, so there's a video that's still on YouTube of us trying to kill a Zerikos.
Oh my god.
It's just like absolutely cringy as shit. But that might be one of my favorite things to watch back, because it was like just that memory of like me and my friends just chilling and like shitting on each other. And you know, I'm like 30 years old, so I'm like, oh my god, guys, the dragon's frozen us.
You know, because speaking of world boss, you remember those 4 green dragons that it would spawn like once a week? You could go hunt down.
Actually, I don't think I do.
There'd be like one in the hinterlands and like one in Duskwood. And anyways, oh hey, we got some sky emotes in chat. Hey Pinos. Back in the day, it was a pretty big deal to get those world bosses, and top guilds would do it, and they do raids of 40, because this was like 40 raids back in the day, right? But I would never be included because people would be like, fuck you. They just didn't like me. I was too shitty because I would do trolling and stuff. So I got my own group together. This is how I got into leading a guild. It all started with like saying, well, these top guilds keep hogging these dragons. We as the people need to rise against. And we would have spies, like legit spies, figure out which dragon they were going for first. And we would go for the next one on their list and cut them off. And sometimes we'd fail because it was not a real guild. It was just 40 pickup people, right? But it was enough that like if you had 20 good people, you could carry the 20 bad people, and we would snipe the dragon and say like, you know, fuck you, top guild type thing. And I don't know. We did that for about like 3 months, and the other guilds would start giving up on trying to do it because they got so frustrated with us stealing them. So eventually, we just ended up getting all the dragons every single week. It was so great, and then that's how like I got into like, oh, Rifkin, you're pretty good at leading these pugs. You should start a guild. So we did, and that was some good times.
I remember
really good times.
I remember the summer when I finished school before I went to university, and I was just this was during the start of Cataclysm, I guess, right? I just remember just pugging like I had a guild and reprogress, and I just remember leading pugs like 4 nights a week to level up and gear all my alts. I'm just like, I think back, I'm like, that was so great, but such a waste of time.
I know,
but
right?
it was like, so great.
It's hard to look at that because the thing is too, right? If you're doing it with friends, you're developing relationships. That's one thing, but you're just playing alone, and you're like, fucking, what a waste of time. I hate looking back at it and thinking that.
Yeah, that's the only downside to it. Because like I really think like raiding now, like I still enjoy it. Like you meet people, you grow friendships, whatever, you progress. But then it's like you start doing like alt runs, and you just pug, and it's just like, well, why? Like, what do you gain?
Yeah,
not a lot really. Yeah, that's crazy.
Again, just updating everybody. Sorry that it's taken so long. Showing you really quick, we're in the lobby. This is no bamboozles. We're just waiting on the other semifinals to wrap up, and we have no control. We can't make it go faster. They're playing the game as they play the game. So it's somebody named Nifty Nathan versus Moomin. And it's just taking a little bit of time, guys. I'm sorry about this. But we're waiting on the finals. So, hey, we're close to the end. Almost there. Just a little bit further to go.
If you were satisfied it was not a waste, but it was a complete waste, really. Because like I was happy that I was like, you know, it kept me occupied. I was like, yeah, I'm like cleaning out. I'm like, my ults are gonna get up. But did it ever benefit me in life? You know, like I learned to lead a group of 9 random people. Like, go me.
There's a lot of, I think, benefits I got out of WoW. I learned a lot about relationship building. Because I was a guild leader, I learned how to deal with drama very early on. I got a really thick skin. Like, if you guys don't know, look, we're gonna go through a little bit of a journey that I hate telling people about, but you know what? Because we're on this one topic, I don't mind, right? Let's well, the screen region's broken. Let me fix that here. How do I fix that? Okay, well, maybe I'll just expand it. Hang on. Is it Control Alt F? Control F? Control F this. I can never remember how to do this because I'm so bad at OBS. I miss XSplit every single day, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, there we go. If you Urban Dictionary Rifkin, the ridge between the anus and the scrotum where the penis actually ends, also the coolest word ever created. Body hair located beneath the balls and before the ass crack. Rifkin, level 70 female night elf, druid of the Zul'jin US realm. Guild member of Affinity, a guild which is complete all the content. Person 1, dude, Rifkin is a dick. Person 2, yeah, hella people hate him. Person 3, but when he makes fun of people with Tourette's in an AQ40 raid, he's hilarious.
It's like all StarCraft, nothing's changed.
I just realized what this guy's name is too. God damn it. Anyways, this is something that I've been haunted by for a while because yeah, I was pretty prolific early on in WoW and on my server. So haters gonna hate, I guess. They made a dictionary definition for Rifkin.
Man, nostalgia's a crazy thing though.
It is. Rose tinted goggles and all that. But alright, guys, we're going to take a small break from the WoW talk. When we get back, maybe we'll talk about some StarCraft. Probably not. It's BaseTradeTV after all. But either way, we're going to get a small break, and hopefully, fingers are crossed, by the time we're back, the finals will be ready to go. I know for some of you, you couldn't care less about the talk that we have, but we're just waiting on the games, and yeah, we'll see you soon. All right, we're back, and again, I'm so beyond sorry that this has taken a while, guys. I guess we just have a really long semifinals game being played out, but we're as soon as we're able to go, we will. I promise you. We're not prioritizing WoW talk and nostalgia, but it is kind of enjoyable. Just taking a bit of a break. V-Blades hit us up with a Prime sub during the break. Thank you for that. We had Joro550 hit us up for 18 months. Veteran Kappa. But I want to tell you guys, before we get off the WoW story, I gotta tell you about my warrior. So my warrior was not my main. It was always a druid for a while. I played feral, big soda poppin' fan, blah 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 blah. Anyways, here's my night elf warrior. Right? It doesn't have amazing gear. Let's just crop that out because I haven't played in a while. Everyone hates this warrior so much because it looks like a paladin and it has a staff instead of a sword. I love transmog trolling people, and this was the last set of gear I made before I stopped playing. But my warrior's name is Help It's Dark. I just thought it was a funny name. That's whatever. But I had to name change it because it was originally Ready Check. Because every time we'd be in the raid, and my guild leader would be like, "All right, Ready Check, guys." I'd be like, "Yes." And it got pretty obnoxious pretty quick. So I had to, I was paid to change it. So again, some of the chat said you're probably a shitty WoW player. And the answer is yeah. I had more fun playing the game than being good at it, if we're gonna be totally honest about things. But man, WoW was definitely a big part of my life. It's kind of hard to imagine not being there anymore. But hey guys, guess what? Nifty Nathan won his semifinals match and is finally joining us here in the grand finals of the BTSL Amateur Series. So, big stretch as we can finally shake off everything that's not StarCraft and get into the grand finals.
Get that WoW off of me.
Yeah, ugh, get it. Gross, disgusting. It's not StarCraft. Am I right, Passion Lords? All right, Nifty Nathan says he's ready. We're just waiting on Master Noodle to give us the go-ahead, and we'll hop into Dreamcatcher for game 1 of these grand finals.
TVZ.
Oh, it's nice. It's not a mirror matchup too.
Yeah, no TVZ. Incredible.
Well, again, today's kind of a filler day. You know, we didn't know what we do. It was kind of like grab some Beast of the Hill stuff, grab some Master. Okay, there we go. Grab some Amateur League stuff. I'm so glad we can have a lot of you guys join us for it. Thank you for tuning in today. But let's hop into it. It's game 1 on Dreamcatcher. Alright folks, welcome to the Grand Finals, best of 3 for the BTSL Amateur Tournament. We got Masters versus Masters going on, and spawning here to the lower right, he knocked out the #1 seed of the tournament. We've got Master Noodle.
And to the upper left, a Green Terror player who we've actually cast before in a BTSL Amateur, Nifty Nathan.
Also, shout out to Master Noodle for using the rockin' little emotes, but we also had Terminator Retro, great name. Easy to say. Thank you for that Twitch Prime sub.
Hey, Rifkin.
Hey, Wardy.
I think Master Noodle's going to open second speed.
Yeah?
Yeah, it makes his units run faster.
I was like, great prediction, Wardy, with these gases he took. I thought you were just like super trolling. I didn't realize I was walking into a joke, but Riff D on that one, I suppose. Also, Irate Iceberg, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub, also coming in just now. Did you ever, okay, this is the wrong audience to ask this question to, but Wardy and anyone tuning in, do you guys ever watch Daily Grace on YouTube?
No.
Oh, Daily Grace was like one of my favorite YouTubers when I first started getting into YouTube. And she's very different now than what she used to be, but my favorite thing she would do was she'd do this stupid thing like new sub alert, new sub alert, new sub alert, and then she would like roast the subs. And I kind of want to like make that a thing, but I don't want to steal it at the same time. Oh, by the way, the roasts were always really bad too. It was always these like.
So it would really be stealing it, then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right. It'd be like Irate Iceberg, more like Irate Global Warming, a 10 out of 10 because you melted. Like that's what the roasting would be every single time, and I loved it. It was bad anti-humor. But people like Dettle saying I get all ready to get roasted every time I show up. Well, is it roasting or is it bullying or is it telling the truth, Dettles? You gotta ask yourself this question. It's an internal thing you gotta deal with. But Nifty Nathan is up to a nifty build. Second barracks in the back and hidden away from Master Noodle. 2-on-1s are actually something we're seeing a lot of the Koreans pull off, so it's kind of cool seeing Nifty Nathan try and adapt, follow the footsteps of Senpai.
I was just gonna say, like, you know, just on the Dettles topic, like, some people do also choose their own direction in life, right? So, you know.
some people choose to crash every time they get into a vehicle. Launchpad McQuack, for example.
Bullied by both casters and Chad Davis. We've been so nice to you today. I only nearly bullied you once.
You know what? I want to feel sympathy for Dares, but Dares, you've seen what I have to deal with. I can't even get people to vote in chat anymore without getting trolled and bullied. Like, I have no sympathy for anybody else. I'm a bitter, grumpy old man at this point. Yeah. Both of you guys, Wardy and Dares,
we're the worst. You gotta deal with a caster who doesn't even realize he can edit mod commands. Like,
I only showed like 4 or 5 timeouts on that one stream, but I timed out like 30 people at the end. No bans, but like 30 timeouts. Because people kept typing 1 and shit. I was so fucking done with that day.
My favorite is when they started spamming the Fortnite one.
Yeah, that was clever, actually. As much as I hate it, that was clever. But Nifty Nathan's got Stim coming out. Pretty good timing. And Master Noodle, we saw him get... Oh, fucking Tom in chat, of course. Master Noodle, we saw him flounder in game 1 kind of badly against Mixu, but then cleaned it up and I think played much better. So maybe game 1 will be a bit of a wash as he gets to know what his opponent's like and plays better around it. Because right now, like, he's kind of not gonna survive the attack, I think. The Overlord never saw the second barracks. If he thinks it's a 1-1-1, then he's got a lot of time to build queens. But
he hasn't seen Hellions, right?
Yeah, but this is where we get to amateur talk, right? Because in pro levels, the lack of information is just as good as information. But I think what we've seen out of previous Masters tournaments, and from my experience playing shitty Masters games, is like that element of play. It's only what you see that tells you what's going on and less about what you don't see. Like, there's so many times where, like, I'm on stream and I'm like, this guy doesn't have a second pylon. He couldn't be more obvious that he's proxying. And people in chat will be like, how did you know? Because it's obvious. So we'll see. We'll see. You're right. It's a good point made. There was no
actually, the fact he's supply blocked is pretty bad. He's just gone out of it, so Lings are on the way now. He has a few queens, but not as much as he'd like to have in position to deal with this. Nifty Nathan coming down into position. He's already equal on workers, so that's obviously pretty great from the 2, but drops a bit too close. Ling's jumping on him before the Marines are all out of there.
Well, unloads to the top side, and I mean, if he can get the attack off, Stim, done. Doesn't need combat shields, doesn't need +1, because off of creep will take a pretty good fight. Overlord in the main also getting denied, but he put a bunker and some tanks up. He's really worried about a counterattack from this, so maybe Nifty Nathan, not quite going full bore, loses one of the medevacs right away. This attack that should have been amazing ends up flopping on him pretty bad, and Master Noodle, who, you know, apologies when you watch the VOD of this later, my guy. I wasn't doubting you. I was just concerned that maybe you didn't prepare, but he was ready and handled this very well.
Medevac will try and drop on through here as he looks to kind of jump on into some damage. Ooh, gets past the spore, so he'll go to this natural, but obviously units are not in position, so yeah. We'll find some damage here, Nathan. Just a few Lings, though, because they're pretty quick to respond anyways.
It's a real damn shame that first medevac got picked off. If 2 medevacs had gotten in there, even with less Marines still, all the queens were out of position. That drop could have done so much more. But for Nathan, it's not like he was slouching too much behind this, right? Like, his macro's sticking on 2 bases. He's building more barracks. I mean, we might not even see him aim for a 3rd, because some Terran players just love the 2-base all-in at this level.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually a pretty powerful way to play in general, right? The 2-base all-in, attack, attack, attack. And I kind of feel like the last time we saw Nifty Nathan, he was being very aggressive as well. I seem to feel like he played a Protoss play and he was like mass widow mine dropping and stuff, so... Yeah.
Gamer Richie in chat says I'm here for my clanmate Master Noodle. He noodled his way to Masters. I'm just thinking of like that. Do you ever see Kung Fu Panda, like any of the movies?
Not in full.
What? They're actually great. The third one was amazing. Wardy, fix your life. But his dad's the duck that runs the noodle shop, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Imagining that's Master Noodle, dude. Poe is his son. He's trained up the Master of Ninja Warrior. And now,
oh no,
dude.
this medevac!
It's no way it gets out of here. He's just gonna load his main races again. 2 health was not gonna escape. Feels bad, man. But he does get a drop off the main while this goes on, so that distraction in the third's not so bad. The Lynx get here a little bit late, giving time for the Marines to get in the mineralize, but once again, the medevac gets low. The Queen does die, so he can't get the snipe off this time, but he's still gotta get out of there. There's no going back in for round 2. Not that low.
Master Noodles just defending and deflecting, and he is a little bit behind in upgrades by just a few seconds, but that's not really coming into effect. I love the Spire because Nifty Nathan's just like, hey, I'm going to drop, 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 and drop. And if you guys Spire out, well, that says goodbye to the drop. So take away the one thing the Terran players really shown to love so far. Makes a lot of sense.
Darius saying, I thought Gameheart was broken, but he actually just got 0 drones. Yeah, these attacks have not been very effective. I think it was 1 drone on each side, so they don't stack up to show 2 on the overlay, but we do have the main attack looking to come down. And Dreamcatcher, I've talked about this many times on the map. It's so good for people who can abuse tanks on the positioning. These shallow walls work out really well for Terran players who know what they're doing. But there's also a lot of creep spread he's got to get through first.
Queen's going down. Nathan is finding some damage. I love the counterattack from Master Noodle up to the top side of the map. Still struggling with this sport, with his Liberator, though he gets the sport in the main base to maybe deal with that. As we see the Overseer Scout in the main, he will finally see that there's another command center coming up. Oh, the top right side, there's so many units going down. Links around and Banes flank the tanks. That's not quite how it's meant to work, but it kind of does. Way around.
The Banes on the Marines and the Lings on the tanks, and now Master Noodle's in some serious trouble. This 1-1 attack hits, and this is where the macro hatchery is. Losing 1 base is okay, losing 2 would really suck.
He's still only lost no work. Well, I say only lost. He hasn't lost any workers still, so he is continuing to press this back, and while this was decent from Nathan, Master Noodle will survive to another stage of this game, where now he has 1,000 gas to spend on Mutalisks. Oh, well, maybe not if he does this. No!
Master Noodle's really starting to, he's overcooked, man. We needed some al dente pasta, but we're getting it, like, left in the water.
He's about to go from Master Noodle to Master Toodles as he says goodbye in game number 1.
Yes, Morty, yes! Yes, Queen! But, failing speed, it's on creep. These should be things that look good for Master Noodle, but there's just so much Terran he's got to go through. Well, the tanks are being too amazing. The Bailey's still managing to get on top of most of the Marines. And wait, what? How did he make this fight go well in his favor?
I don't know, but the hatchery is still under fire. Third CC is going to drop those Lings in position and maybe come in and deny it. Medevacs are going down to Queens, and what is happening?
He holds, but his attack on the other side of the map is also squashed. Nifty Nathan, he's actually a little bit behind on the worker count. All things considered, you know, Master Noodle's losing more, but he can afford it.
Yeah, he really is. His tank goes down here as well. Nifty Nathan just rallying and rallying and rallying, but again, Master Noodle holds on. However, now Nifty Nathan has 2-2, so these fights, these small skirmishes, really benefit the Terran player now.
2-2 can go, it can go a long way, and all that gas gets invested in mutants instead of more banelings. And that tank, oh, it finds another good spot. This is why I love Dreamcatcher, but I play mech, so I'm also shitty. Still, this positioning so good for the bio player. Oh, nice.
Patrick goes down. Ah, these Lings are gonna die. I feel as though if Nathan just turns and fights rather than running, he'd take way less damage actually, because as he runs away, yeah, exactly. And he has 2-2. I mean, these Lings are going to melt.
Oh well, what the he's certainly ready to run. He splits a little bit. Splits, but they're good enough. The tank is there. The Bailings and now the Marines live to kill the mutants. The tank's even gonna live to see another fight.
Yeah, saving that siege tank is obviously huge for him right now, and it just sits here blowing away that Queen. And well, now, of course, he can just start to focus down on the bottom left side, maybe rally to the different direction, and go once again.
Oh, the top side does have a couple Lings, but the mules are already gone, so at this point, losing any of those isn't too bad.
Yeah, a couple going down, another hatchery here. I mean, nice to clean that out, because it does take away some of the lava production. As we are going to be seeing the couple of Marines just picked up and escaped out of here by this medevac.
He already killed one of the mutas, but not that many, so things like this are still dangerous because they will kill the medevacs given the opportunity.
Yeah. And that'd be great if these mutants didn't die to 4 Marines. What?
That shouldn't have happened at all. And that ends up making that medevac loss kind of a nice 1-to-1 trade, but not so 1-to-1 to the Baileys. And rather than focus fire the Baileys, he picks up to get the hell out of there, get off of that creep, and drop those Marines in the backside.
Oh man, and Loden once again going to come back and forwards, and some Banes trying to counter-attack in, but the Marines will shut them down before they actually hit any SCVs, so no working damage done.
He stopped them with their bodies.
Oh.
There was no need to dive on that live grenade, but you know what? As long as it stops the workers from dying, I guess it kind of works out. Tanks pushing down to the south. That's long-distance mining some vulnerable drones. Not enough mutants to scare this, but the snipe off one of the tanks. That's not too bad.
Oh, those poor workers. Those drones just run into these Marines. They never got the memo that this base was out of commission. GG, well played. Nifty Nathan speeds his way through to the 1-0 lead.
Very nicely done. It is a best of 3 for the grand finals, and let's just quickly remind you guys what's going on here, because every single week this is going to be playing out. We're not always going to be available to cast it, but regardless, the tournament should still play. Whether it's Masters, whether it's Gold, the best way to know what's going on is to be involved on the Discord server and join the BTSL Amateur channel. We have that channel dedicated for those who want to play in the amateur tournament, but we also have it as a way so you guys have a way to reach out to Dares the admin and ask him questions about how to play or how to get involved, because we really encourage you guys to come out to play. But as far as pricing goes, typically we give out a co-op commander code every week, and then beyond that we try to pay for an hour of coaching, or $50 to be specific, towards an hour of coaching with a coach of your choice. So if you pick a coach who charges $10 an hour, you can get 5 sessions. If you pick a coach like Peg who charges like $70 an hour, well, we'll pay the 50, you got to pay the 20 if you want the difference. But the point is, we're trying to better people. We're trying to help the StarCraft 2 amateur scene out as much as we can. And while it's not exactly like the greatest endeavor of all time, it's our little contribution. Plus, we get some fun content out of it. Sometimes the amateurs are better than the pros, like with the BTSL, excuse me, with the Beast of the Hill tournament. I just am now aware how close BTSL and Beast of the Hill is in terms of saying it.
Beast of the Hill, BTSL.
Yeah. I know the things down below are broken today, guys. I don't know what's going on with Stream Elements, but thank you for the 301 bits, Diesel. Much appreciated.
Mom, it's not a phaser, it's born a Ratata. Just to help out.
Well, I mean, it actually played the alert that time. So
I'm still helping.
All right. Also,
man.
Wardy, if you could remind me after the cast, I'm gonna have to manually go back and count bits since it's not showing up in the overlay. That way I don't mess it up at the end of the month when we do our tally like I did last month.
I've actually been counting myself. We've got about 78,000 today.
Oh, 78,000. Nice. We are making bank. I can't wait to split that 50-50 with you.
No worries. No problem. I mean, we could go 55-45 because I did the counting. Might be fair.
Yeah, all right, shitlord, calm down. Let's get into 16-bit. We'll see you guys in game. Welcome back, folks. I just did the tally for myself and Wardy. Not that anyone might care or not, but I'm just putting it here so when I check the VOD later, in case something messes up, I know what it is. Because I always split stuff 50-50 with the people we're working with, and we're at 1,435 bits so far, so now I know what we're splitting with them later on. But if that increases, obviously we'll update that. Also, AutoHost from In Control. Nice! I think, is today Pylon Day? I think today's Pylon Day, right? Hell yeah.
Wednesday, yeah. Hey, it's not just, we also have a $5 donation, so I can actually get fries for my Big Mac.
Oh man, and I could maybe get some extra cheese in that burger, but spawning here to the top right side of the map, we got the yellow Zerg player, Master Noodle, on his last life here in the finals.
On the bottom left-hand side, our Green Terran player is Nifty Nathan.
People ask about these codes and the 10001 binaries. I can't remember which ones are which, but somebody actually translated this already, and it just says the names of players, like Parting. I think somewhere over here it says Livy B. I don't remember what all of them are, but it's just names of like famous StarCraft players or favorite personalities of the map maker, I believe. So that's kind of a cool little Easter egg. I like it.
I didn't make it in there.
No, neither did I. I never will either. Feels bad, man.
This was our one chance to be part of a ladder map.
But yeah, as far as what's been going on today, you know, we had the Beast of the Hill kind of fill in. We got the amateur tournament happening right now, and then Wardy and I are probably going to take a small break and swap over to some Fortnite. So if you guys have enjoyed the show so far, we are coming to an end of the StarCraft portion. But again, we normally do StarCraft and mostly StarCraft and 95% StarCraft, and I can say this with true sincerity, I will always be back for StarCraft, guys, but once in a while playing other games is kind of a nice break. Even if you guys don't come in and watch Fortnite, that's fine. Just thank you for checking out the Amateur League, because this thing definitely needed some love. After we took a break last week, and, well, perhaps not the crazy viewership of all time, we still got 863 people watching, 2 Masters League players duke it out on Europe to see who's going to get coaching for first place prizing.
Early game on 16-bit is looking a bit different to last time. We already see the factory coming down, which obviously big difference. We did not see any sort of factory play last time around. It was all about that 2-1-1 play style. So, Nifty Nathan changing things up and being a little bit sneaky here to get started against Master Noodle.
Oof, and I don't want to start like a big drama conversation, but this is actually a serious point to bring up. As he gets the Overlord here. I thought he got the other one. Looks like he barely got the high ground. McCuckin says, if you ever stop StarCraft and main Fortnite, I'll unfollow you so effing fast, mate. So here's the thing, right? I know 90% of this channel... Right? Exactly. 90% of this channel is here for StarCraft. We got over 100,000 followers and 90,000 of them are for StarCraft. I would hope that if we did, I'm not saying we are or will, and we're not planning to, like, let's be transparent, right? But if we did swap over to something else, you guys would give it a shot, because I feel like, if nothing else, over time, I've hopefully won you over at 1% for the Rifkin part of the broadcast. I know 99% of it's still StarCraft, but you know, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. We tried Overwatch a little while ago, probably could have continued it, but honestly came back to StarCraft because we liked it more. And I think the same thing still applies right now. I really enjoy playing Fortnite, but the more I look into organizing tournaments, the costs, like, it's just not worth it. So, I mean, I really like StarCraft. We're still focusing on StarCraft. But if ever the day comes where we swap something else out, like, I think the idea would be, in my perfect world, we do it kind of like what Take TV did, where there's still StarCraft tournaments, but also then other things, and never, like, swapping the main focus to all in or nothing. Like, all Fortnite, no more StarCraft, or anything like that. I'm not trying to, like, win you guys over, but just, like, that's my thought process going into these things. Like, we've thought about doing other games, and if we ever did, that's the way I would take it. I would never, ever, I think, give up on StarCraft fully and entirely, even though there are some days where I fucking feel like it, I'll tell you what. But Hellbat attack hits hard, and Nifty Nathan is going to get cleaned up, but he's picked off quite a few drones for his troubles.
Oh, those drones are so stacked that they will get away from the Hellfire. Maybe if...
Hello, Wardy? Did I just lose you again?
Hello, your stream is down to...
Really?
Maybe it's me.
Wait, did the stream die, guys, or did Wardy die?
Maybe. Can you hear me? No, I think it might just
now.
Yeah, maybe it's just me then, because the stream came back. It paused as soon as you cut out, so I was like, is everything dead? But I was still in game, right? So I was like, huh.
It did stutter. Okay, this might be on my side then. Huh. Maybe we won't do Fortnite after this. Maybe I'm gonna go run some diagnostics and figure out what's going on today, because this is like 99% smooth sailing, and I don't know what's going on, because I've had no updates, there's been no changes. The fact that we've had 2 blips now actually concerns me a little bit. So as much as I think I would love to have fun playing Fortnite, guys, I might just go do some defrag and some scanning to see what's going on with my PC, because it should absolutely not be farting out like this.
Maybe it's just unhappy because it has to move on.
Taz the Terrible is trying to start a vote in chat, by the way. It says, time for a chat vote. Type heads if you think heads are better, or butts if you think butts are best. Fun fact, Wardy, did you know Rotterdam still owes me $5 to this day? Because I put a poll out on Twitter, boobs or butts, and he's like, mate, there's no way butts will win. I'm like, no, dude, it's 2018. Well, last year was 2017. Butts are gonna win. No, nobody's into boobs anymore. And he's like, he was so convinced I was so wrong. I'm like, you want to bet $5 on it? He's like, absolutely. He lost that bet so fucking hard. Butts are absolutely best, guys. Anyone who types otherwise is just wrong. You might as well get banned from the chat. Just ban the ship. It's not worth it.
Just get banned, you idiot.
Actually, I feel bad because, like, I know this is like Rivka's just sexualizing people for their bodies, but like, if gonna be real, guys, like, you can like people for their bodies too. It's okay. So no need to be scared of it.
What? No, I thought you had to like the personality.
I dream of the day I meet that woman with the best ass I've ever seen that's into guys with dad bods and bad skin. That's my fantasy right there.
Baby. Now you're talking.
Overlord creeping up the base, just like Rifkin's creeping up on Twitch chat right now, but he's actually going to run away from this. I think Master Noodle probably, I don't know, he's so close to supply blocks, so maybe it's not worth losing the Overlord, but I was going to say, the longer you deny this base, the more you really do screw the Terran over. Less mules, less time mining. I mean, no one wants to leave this orbital floating for 10 minutes.
Stream isn't getting weird, guys. It's perfectly normal to talk about stuff like this.
I was going to say, there's some weird I actually had this conversation on Discord the other day. There are some taboo topics that absolutely should be taboo, right? Some things that just aren't worth talking about in public. But then there's some things that I wish were. Like, and not to make it gross, but let's talk about the bathroom. Because no one wants to talk about what goes on in the bathroom. That's your private place. That's where nobody... That's the don't talk about it. But if I had learned that I was pooping wrong 20 years ago, I probably wouldn't have had, like, any of the problems I've had as an adult. Then I saw this thing about the squatty potty, and I looked into a couple of YouTube videos about, like, posture, because I never knew you needed posture for pooping, right? I was always leaned over on my phone or reading the shampoo bottles. But when I learned how to do it properly, it insanely changed my life. But because of this taboo topic, it's not something I would have ever found out about unless someone else told me. And speaking of shitty times, those Overlords do not get their drops off. Banelings were inside, and unfortunately... not getting the drops. Good pulls away from Nifty Nathan. Missile turrets up to deter this as well. And Master Noodle wants to go back in, but that Overlord's so close to dead.
Oh, he's coming in from the right angle, though, if he wants to avoid the turrets that are already placed, so
is this
it's
Nifty?
possible.
Dude, his name's Nifty Nathan. Is this Nathaniel smurfing? Because I don't know many people who go for this many missile turrets unless they're playing Turtle Mech, unless their names are Nathanius on Twitch TV. Don't clip that. Don't send that to him. He's gonna. I want to be his friend.
Nathaniel is just the Nifty version.
It's Nifty Nathaniel. I would love if this guy actually named himself like after Nate. Like, he's like, oh yeah, no, I really like Nathanius. I thought he was pretty nifty, so I made my name Nifty Nate.
Nifty Nathan's been around since before Nathanius became a caster.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The origin stories.
Yeah, this guy used to play my shit when I was like running like bronze, silver, gold tournaments, literally.
By the way, someone is asking, effect for effect, whatever your name is in chat, a squatty what? Look up the squatty potty. It's going to have a really memey commercial with a unicorn, and it looks like a joke. But I'm not kidding. This thing changed my life. And there's so many other adults I've talked to about it, because I'm like the only one who's crude enough to bring it up in conversation. And they'll also go like, yeah, I got myself one of those too. And like you get into this really private conversation where you don't want people to hear what you're talking about, but I'm not embarrassed by it. So I'm telling you now, change your life. Poop better. Get a squatty potty, or at least look into it. Use some phone books or something. But okay, tanks are setting up, and Marines are plentiful. I think a fight on creep could go badly for Nifty Nathan, as there is quite a few Banelings.
Well, let's see. He's not quite on creep. He's got a lot of Marines off creep as well. And as the Banes go down, now it's just Marines against Lings and Mutas, and that generally goes well for the Terran.
Yeah, but the Mutas got a little too close to the sun, man. He lost 3 of them right away and pulled back before grabbing the tanks. And I think had he been able to pick off those tanks, more power to the Zerglings, more power to the Bins, but they get washed off. Now the Marines kill the Mutas, and this is looking really bad for Master Noodle. He does get a counterattack off. But, yeah, is this going to be enough? I mean, that attack on a Nifty Nathan's looking for blood.
They have to start actually fighting their SCVs. Finally, there they go. Nifty Nathan will respond. He gets his Marines to start fighting against it. Loses 17 workers himself, but his army supply advantage is huge, and it's about to be 2-2 against 1-2. It's the upgrade lead for Nifty Nathan as well. But that said, he has only killed a 5th base here, not a 4th.
I love his attempt to burrow Zerglings when there's 2 missile turrets right there, because Nifty Nathan has a million missile turrets.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea though, right?
Oh, grab that low medevac!
Oh, the Marines are going to drop on top of the Mutas here again until the Banes get here. Everything is dying. Now more Lings running up this ramp, but with the medevacs, now you can just get up and leave, because guess what? The Mutas are dead. With no alive Mutalisks. There's not much more you can do.
Yeah, if he had more Queens, or if Queens had more range, am I right, guys? You could deal with this a little bit more smoothly, but I do like the option of Corruptors here instead of more Mutalisks. Corruptors are naturally armored units with +2, I think, is their default, so it's really easy for them to sit above Marine fire and pick off medevacs, whereas Mutalisks, kind of fragile in comparison and get shredded as we've seen so far. So setting up for like 3-pronged attacks, maybe he just needs to pull an F2, I don't know, but Master Noodle's almost out of chances here. His upgrades are not quite there, plus 2's finishing up in 12 seconds, but even then, this army is kind of weak already. I don't think there's going to be a round 2, but he washes through in the main, so maybe I'm totally wrong on his call. Anything can happen, but the Lynx on the south side are not doing very well at all, so while he holds on to the main base, he loses the rest of the army, now down 40 supply despite Ultralisks coming out. I think this game might be over.
Ultralisk without Chitinous playing initially are not going to be great anyways, so here we go, pushing forwards. Marines are going to get the Baneland nest, so we've seen all the Banelands. We're probably going to see this game, Evo Chamber as well, just in case. Actually taking some fire. Nifty Nathan being very cautious about how he approaches this still.
Yeah, I mean,
just trying to come in from an angle. Yeah, he has to be careful.
There's the free splits. I like this, but it does open vulnerabilities to the Lynx, but he target fires. Yo, shout out to my boy with the target fires. He snipes off the Banelings. Now nothing to worry about. He stims into the mineral lines, and those Ultras, you know what? They don't have Chitinous plating. The Marines can actually kill them, and this game is looking like it's getting closer and closer to the end. GG, well played. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Nifty Nathan.
Ooh, mental.
Sorry, perhaps a little bit too much hype. But happy to see a Terran player win something, because god damn it, they don't win anything else. That's for damn sure. But Nifty Nathan will be the winner of $50 going towards coaching. Now, I want to be clear, guys. We do this like this because while we could just hand somebody $50, the reality is we don't want to encourage smurfing. We don't want like some Grandmaster player to make some new account and come claim $50 because like it's easy to snipe it from noobs. That's why we do the coaching sessions, because it also helps us verify who they are. If a player shows up for coaching and turns out they're a little bit better than the tournament they won from, our coaches tend to let us know. And we've only had to, through the course of this year, through 2018, we've only had to ban one person from ever coming back to events. So far, it's been pretty good. But for the most part, yeah. It's coaching, it's $50, it's awesome. Because we didn't do the gold tournament, we'll probably give a second place prize out then to Master Noodle. We'll give him a co-op commander code of his choice. The beautiful thing about the co-op commander codes, because it's a code, even if you don't play co-op, you can go ahead and give that to your friend. Just don't tell us about it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, we'll give a co-op commander code out as well as the coaching session. So congratulations to both, and thank you for coming out to play today. But while I was really, truly excited to go swap over and start playing some Fortnite, I think I do really want to go look into what's causing the PC issues today, because this actually concerns me that I don't want to go live with the next cast and deal with these weird hiccups and losing sound. So I'm probably going to have to cut things here, guys. I didn't want to, but I think it's probably better that we do. So, Wardy, are you going to go stream? Do you want me to host you?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna stream some Fortnite, so... Cool.
So how about you say your goodbyes first, then hop off the call, get your stream up, and I'll say my goodbyes and host you. Sound good?
Okay. Bye. Have a good one. I'm done. I'm gonna...
Get the fuck out. I hung up on him. I fucking hung up on him. God damn it, Wardy. You can't even do this one simple thing right. Alright, so... if you want to go hang out with Wardy, he's going to be playing some Fortnite. Maybe I'll be back to join him later, but I'm probably going to spend some time getting some food, but also trying to figure out what's wrong with my PC. I'm not, like, to be honest, it terrifies me that when stuff like this happens. I know it's a small detail. It didn't stop the stream, and many of you don't care, but, like, I freak out about technical glitches. I hate when things are not in my control, so I'm gonna work to get this fixed, and hopefully next time we're live it shouldn't be so bad. But before we go on my side, you know, I can do all the shout outs for the sponsors and all this, but the real thing I want to talk to you guys about is our schedule, because it's just a bloody mess right now. The events tab on Twitch is not at all accurate. There's so many things going wrong. Hey, thank you very much to my Kokchu. Oh man, I'm so sorry I'm saying your name wrong, because you just were generous enough to throw $5 our way. But he says, please unban me. I promise to be a good boy. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know why you got banned. A lot of people think like Rifkin's this rager who bans people from chat. Our moderators handle all that stuff. So first off, email me at the email you just sent that PayPal to. If you want a refund, I'll refund it to you. Let's not do this whole bullshit with a chargeback, please. But if you want to get unbanned, the way to do it is to contact the mods, and they look at the message logs. Sometimes people get banned by mistake, or maybe you said something really innocent but still stupid, and you got wrongfully banned years ago. But I don't do bans and unbans for money. Maybe we'll sell out Sunday in the future. We'll unban people for cash. I don't fucking know. But for now, if you want that refund, hit me up on the email. I'll happily refund that to you so we don't have to go through the process of a chargeback. But if you want to get unbanned, please contact any one of the moderators. Not Wardy. He's like an honorary mod. He's kind of a piece of shit. But contact any of our real mods and they'll look into it. So thank you for the $5, but no thank you for the $5 type thing. As far as what's going on though with the schedule, as I said, it's a bit of a mess. We've run into these problems where the players are really just, some of them want to focus on Challenger, right? Because we got Challenger coming up over the next few weekends. Some of them are just having conflicts, like Dark had some real life issues they couldn't get around, so he's either going to forfeit the tournament or we had to move the day. We chose to move the day. So what if I got rightfully banned forever ago? Again, my guy, I don't actually deal with that stuff. I don't do bans. I do timeouts at most. I don't do bans in chat, and I don't do unbans in chat because I don't undermine the mods that we have to handle this stuff. Our mod, like, it's a governing system that is separate from me as the broadcaster, okay, my guy? So if you got rightfully banned, then maybe you're just fucked and you flushed $8 down the toilet. Or, like I said, I will happily refund those to you because I don't want to deal with the headache of a chargeback. So get in contact with me and let me know. But for now, guys, as I said, the schedule is a bit of a mess. We had so much stuff planned for this week. We had the amateur tournament, obviously, come back, which was cool. We were going to start the BTSL North America groups, but we're still missing 2 players, and we haven't actually played the qualifier for that we wanted to play. So it's just a mess, frankly. And I guess the good thing about my PC needing to be fixed is it gives me time to go tackle these issues as well, because we're just missing. We've done great. We've had almost no downtime in the last 2 weeks, and that's how I like doing it. I want to wake up every day. I want to cast 4 hours of StarCraft, and I would do it every single day if we could. But it's always hard because you're relying on the schedule of several other people and trying to sync up and having prize money. And I'm not trying to make this like a martyr pity me thing, but it is just like explaining that it's not so simple to fill these empty days. And I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but at the moment, it's just kind of like there might be nothing for the next 3 days, or I might be able to pull something together. It's a bit of a tough thing on my side. So I apologize for the lack of content that might come up over the next few days, but I am really glad that we got the BTSL, excuse me, the Beast of the Hill tournament done. We've been looking to do that for a while, so that's finally been fixed up here. The next thing we have to do is find time for the Rat Attack Cup. We have $150 in prizing for that, and Wardy and I have to do a really stupid cosplay, but that's gonna come after I move, because right now I can't actually order the stuff on Amazon for the cosplay that I need because I don't know that it will go to my new place. I gotta get this stuff figured out. So again, I'm super duper sorry. Maybe if you've done it $100, it'll work. No, guys, here's the thing. We don't do on-band sellouts, because here's the reality of the situation, right? Not taking this guy who just donated into consideration. Let's say there's someone who was really shitty in chat. They were spamming zombie grub is an ugly bitch or something really fucking stupid, right? They pay $10, get unbanned, and then immediately do it again. Then pay $10 to get unbanned, do it. Like, I value not having a shitty Twitch chat more than the dollar value of someone trying to unban. Now, yeah, if we're talking like $1,000, fuck it, go ahead, get banned again. I don't care. But I'm deadly serious, where I really don't mind that our Twitch chat is slower than others, because many of you might not know this. Our ban list is over like 3,000 people. It's not something that's brag-worthy, but because so many are banned, this also means we've weeded out a lot of the idiots who ruin Twitch chat. And look at what happens in GSL chat, for example, right? It's awful. It's embarrassing, and that's not where I want people to see StarCraft 2. But with our chat, I know that when we're on the front page, that I'm proud to know that our chat won't be super shitty. Sure, it'll be a little bad. We'll get some bad eggs in there, but like, we bring people into StarCraft 2, and we've got a good chat to introduce them to. It's a healthy environment. And I would not accept dollars to ruin what we've built up. So, I'm not trying to make it a bigger issue. I just want to get very clear. You can't pay your way out of being a shitty person. I don't accept it. Not here. Maybe, again, maybe in the future that'll change. Maybe I'll start taking money because I need money. I actually, frankly, need money really badly. But for now, not on this topic. Not this compromise and not these values. But okay, there's the schedule update. There's me talking way too much about an $8 donation combo of things that I'm probably going to have to refund. If you guys enjoyed the show, I hope you hit the follow button. If you're brand new here, definitely hit it so you don't miss out on future content. We got a YouTube channel, youtube.com/BaseTradeTV. Definitely worth checking out. If you guys want to help make sure that the YouTube channel stays alive, because recently it's been in a bit of turmoil, but it's been recovering thanks to some conversations we've been having and a Patreon that we've recently started. We recently, like I said, for as little as $1, you can help us out a ton with Patreon, but to explain some benefits that might be worth your while, to subscribe on Twitch, it's $5, and you get access to replay packs and all these other cool things. But let's say you don't care about the emotes, and you don't use Twitch chat often, but you wish to heck you could get those replay packs. Well, for $1 less, for $4 on Patreon, you get access to all the same replay packs that our subscribers get access to. To be honest, we have had 0 people, no, excuse me, we've had 2 people, I had to double check, I'm looking at the stats in front of me. We've had 2 people out of 26 actually sign up for that tier specifically, so I don't know that replay packs are that big of a deal, but I'm just putting it out there because the option is there and available as an alternative to subscribing on Twitch. Your personal channel makes everyone mod, and on this channel, everyone gets banned. I know, it's a weird life, right? If you guys don't know about my personal channel, I guess quick shout out to twitch.tv/riff_king if you want to check that out. If I end up streaming later, that's where I'll end up streaming. But as I said, I gotta shut things down, restart, update, and figure out what the fuck caused these hiccups today. So, is Wardy live yet? I've mostly just been talking, trying to buy time, waiting for Wardy to get live so I could give him a proper host as a thank you for casting with me today. And it looks like he's finally online playing some games. So, that being said, let's wrap it up. Be sure to check out the sponsors, MeUndies, Quip, Vertigear, while we got them before we lose them. We've managed to sell 4 of the amazing BaseTradeTV Super Definitely Live t-shirts. If you guys want to get your hands on these, type ! store in the chat, head on over to that Teespring link, check it out. We are also going to be, this week, closing the BaseTradeTV Chat Memes shirt, so that one's going to be going away for a long time. If you guys want to get your hands on it while you can, this will be the last week to do it. But thank you again for watching. I appreciate you guys. Like, again, we had like 1,000 people tuning for amateur content. That to me is really cool. It's nice knowing that we can go a different direction with things. But we're gonna host Wardy, give him some love. If you hate Fortnite, then tell him fuck off. I don't know. Oh, it's link your Twitch stream. My Twitch stream is twitch.tv/riff_king. There it is in Twitch now. But I'm gonna go host Wardy. Here's the raids. See you guys later. Have a good one, and yeah, bye bye.